Hey guys, Orlando here with another contemplation of the jinkies that are transiting us in this period. So, as I'm recording this, we are living the 5th and the 35th jinkies that were present with us for the last 6 days in the position of the sun and the position of the earth. So, let me tell you about what I felt in this period about these two keys. Because I'm doing the contemplations not to get some absolute truths, because I want, but to really feel them in the now. So last year I also wrote. I didn't shoot a video with, but I wrote another contemplation, and it was different from the contemplation that came these days. So boundlessness and timelessness. Wow, these are two very important jinkies for us humans, because the fifth jinky is about the rhythm, and the rhythm we live our lives. So some people are living with patience, but are living a life that doesn't suit them. And there are other people that live in a rhythm, so they have a life that really suits them, that really is bespoke, as the Englishman says. So I really like to play with the shadow and the gift, and the shadow can become the gift, and the gift can become the shadow, because there are two extremes. This is why I like to see the CD as the middle ground and the point of balance. So this is about rhythm, and the rhythm we live our lives, and if we are forcing ourselves to live in a rhythm that isn't well suited for us, or vice versa. So as my own experience, I lived in a rhythm that wow, it really got me to the hospital. So this was like 4 years ago, I think, and I started and I was into jinkies, but I was in the first years. So I really got into the hospital because the rhythm that I was working was not mine. It was it was something that I picked up from the exterior. So I was really patient with myself in that rhythm. So patience can also be a shadow if we don't feel, because if we are reading jinkies as and we don't feel them, we we won't get the best of it, of what this tool can offer us. So these two jinkies are about time, the fifth, and the space, the 35th. And for me, this keys this in this period told me to allow ourselves time and space to grow, because in the last I don't know, 30 to 50 years, but it got really worse in the last 10 or 15 years. We really started to live in a very, very fast rhythm, and this rhythm made us to interact more and to force ourselves more. Look at the companies that are in this world, and they are forcing their employees to get some results. And and for me, patience is very simple. Yeah. When and time is very simple. This is what I meant to say. Yeah, because if we force ourselves and we are living in an impatient rhythm, we can't enjoy life. We really can't. Yeah. So these companies and the people that are working in these companies, they aren't really enjoying life. they are just frantically going on with their lives and can't smell the roses. So I think it's time for us to permit ourselves, and it starts with us and then with others, to have time and space to grow, and not to because these interactions that are more and more, the internet made us interact more and more and more. We are really, really forcing ourselves and not giving us space and time to evolve, where we are really, really forcing ourselves in this matter. Um, so when I tell this to other people, and when I tell them about Jinkies or some other tool to help them, they say they don't have time or money, and these two are in abundance. Yeah, time and space, and I put money in space. It's just a superficial metaphor, um, but yeah, maybe it's some truth in that. Time and space are in abundance, but if we are really frantic, we can't see. And this rhythm, this frantic rhythm, is because of this hunger that is inside ourselves. The 35th shadow, hunger. Yeah, if we let this hunger control us, we will really eat ourselves, because we feel we don't have enough. Yeah, we if we don't eat ourselves physically, we'll eat ourselves energetically, and this is what we are doing. This is why I think these two jinkies shouted at me, yeah, we we must have time and space to grow. Yeah, because if you want to grow a flower, you really have to put it in a bowl or something. Yeah, you have to put good earth, good soil, and water it, and allow it this space and also time to grow. You can't have a flower in 5 minutes. So when we're living this frantically and with this hunger, we can't really see, we can't really hear, we can't really feel, because a hungry person is just pushing himself or herself through life, and there is a joke here. Nothing will satisfy that hunger. Yeah, this is why we can't enjoy stuff when we are impatient. Yeah, this is why when I feel very impatient, I say, okay, it's not the moment to decide to, I don't know, to make a purchase or to make an action in that direction, because I really know that I won't enjoy it. Yeah. So I want to talk about another thing that came these days, and this is about procrastination. Because there are some people that are saying that we can get more results, but people are procrastinating, and if you are procrastinating, you suck. And I feel that procrastination is not real, because I think people are not doing what they love, because when one person does what he or she loves, we are 100% then. I didn't see a person that did what she or he loved and not going 100%. So I'm a very lazy person. Yeah, I'm a very, very lazy person, and I really like it. And it's very strange, because as I've worked less, the results were better and better and better and better, because there is this rule, the Pareto rule, 20-80. Yet what you are doing 20% of the time will get you 80% of the results. So it's like focused work. So we can do this naturally. Yeah, we can work less because this work schedule that most countries have, like 7, 8, or 9, or 12 hours a day, mm, will just get us more and more impatient and more hungry, and will eat ourselves. So I think it's time to work less and enjoy more. Yeah, not to, because when we hear about work, I don't know about you, but in my country, in Romania, most of the people, when they hear about work, is like, but I think it is general. Yeah, it's not like doing something they enjoy. It's like that. It's like doing something to survive, and this isn't a very well lived life. Yeah. So yeah, procrastination doesn't exist for me. Yeah, I procrastinate a lot, and I create a lot. Yeah, I've written in the last 2.5 years. I've written more than 500 articles. Yeah, and I procrastinated the shit out of myself. And there are 500, and not small articles, like minimum a page, a word page, an A4. So when I'm writing a contemplation. I've written more than I think 130 contemplations on the Gene Keys, and every contemplation, and this in the last 2.5 years, and every contemplation has like 4 pages long. So I've really created a lot. I have the first Gene Key in my radiance, so it's how I express myself, my radiance. Yeah. So but I did this by also procrastinating. So I think it doesn't exist. And the people that are procrastinating, I think they are the most driven people of all. They are the most motivated people of all. But they don't put their motivation in something they really love, because nobody told them, or nobody teach them to do this. Yeah. So back to time. Yeah, because some people say they don't have time. So there is a real simple formula: invest 7 years in something, and you'll see the results. If you don't become a master, an expert in that, you're doing it wrong, of course. If you really put 7 years in something, you'll see the results, and you'll see the results. I think in 2-3 years, the results will really, really come. And but we aren't taught to do this. We are taught to get odd jobs, and or some, I don't know, stupid jobs that okay, you're doing it for the money or for the family, because you have to put food on the table. This is what men were taught. So we're not investing years in something that we love. And I so invest 7 years in something that you love, and you'll see the results. Yeah. So patience. I'm going on. I don't know how to tell it in English. I'm going from point to point on this contemplation. I'm just doing a summary of what I've written in Romanian, and something extra. Uh, so patience is really linked to acceptance, because when we accept, we are more patient. When we don't accept something or someone, we are impatient. So linked to the adventure side, to the gift of the 35th, the adventure is happening when we consider the exterior our mirror. But we only can consider our exterior our mirror when we accept ourselves and others. So I feel this link, this very close link, with acceptance. Yeah. So we can have rhythms, because the fifth gene key is telling us about rhythms, and some are very fixed rhythms. But this adventure is for when the right moment comes, because you feel it, you change, you get into the next rhythm. Yeah, because life is in change. Life changes. Yeah, it's changing. The earth is changing, so the energy is changing, so the rhythms are changing. So this 35th jinki is the ring of miracles, is just putting you into the rhythm of now, yeah, of what is right now. Because if we get blocked into the fixed rhythms of the fifth jinki, that really helps us. This is why programming partners are working collaboratively. You can't have one without the other, yeah, because too much adventure will get you into nothing. Yeah, you'll invest your whole life into doing all kinds of things that yeah, don't matter. But when you put the 35th with the 5th jinki, fixed rhythms with adventure, with loose rhythms, you get this perfect timing of moving your body and your awareness into the new rhythm that is now. So this is like you are in the avant-garde of humanity, and who has these two jinkis in prominent places really feel this, or they are stuck into very fixed rhythms. Yeah, so we are really meant to live well, because if we are adapting to the rhythm of the now, we will get what we need, because it's in abundance. We'll get time, we'll get money. I've seen this in my own process as I've went I don't know, further into the process. I saw how life protected me and got me out of jobs and relationships that weren't for me, and put me into collaborations or into businesses that were for me, and also into relationships that are for me, and yeah, and are not were. Uh, and I've seen how I have more time, and if I have more time, I really have more money. Yeah, but I have to get this right, and I can't get this mentally. I have to feel. Yeah, it's very important to feel and to really see what is in the outside, because outside is speaking with me. If I'm opening myself to the outside, I'm going into this adventure to really get the rhythm of today. Yeah. So I wish you to get the rhythm of every day of today, and tomorrow to get that rhythm of today, because we're really meant to live well, as I've said, and also Richard said, and more, and many people said. Why should we live otherwise? Why should we live in rhythms that aren't really in the now? So it's, it's like dancing to music that and dancing not into that rhythm, but into dancing like waltz, or I don't know how to say it in English. I don't know if it's waltz. Dancing dance music by using I don't know, yeah, like ballet moves. Yeah, sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't work. But if we really, okay, it's ballet music, ballet, we're doing ballet. If it is dance, we're doing dance. But if we feel that, okay, we can put the rhythm in the rhythm of dance, we can put ballet in, and otherwise it's great. Yeah, but we really have to listen. So I wish you a great day or night when you are watching this, and I will post another one when the next jinkies will be, I don't know, in the fourth or the fifth or the sixth day. Have a great whatever time. It's useless right now. It's timelessness and boundlessness. Yeah, it's very hard to because I really feel these jinkies, and to express myself in time or space. Yeah. So bye bye.